Rolfie says, is it rude to tell a person on the phone to wait instead of hold on? Okay. Now you can include, if you want to be polite on the phone, and also in some face-to-face situations, if you want to include wait in another phrase and still be polite, you can. That's totally fine. But generally speaking, wait by itself is considered fairly impolite. Unless you're with a good friend and it's a very casual situation. That's fine. But if you want to be a little more formal, if you want to be really polite, it's definitely better to say, hold on, hold on, hold on. However, that can also sometimes sound a little too direct. So if you want to be really polite, what should we say? What phrases should we use? Let's say we're talking on the phone. Now, if we want to use wait, we might say, could you please, first, could you please, could you, makes anything sound polite, right? Could you please go to hell? It's a rude phrase with a very soft beginning, right? It makes everything sound nice. Could you please leave me alone forever, right? Anything sounds nice if you have could you please at the beginning. So with that there, then saying, could you please wait? Perfect. Now, we usually will add something after wait. We'll say, could you please wait a minute? Could you please wait a moment? Could you please wait a second? And then sometimes we'll add the reason for it after that. Could you please wait a moment while I check for you? Could you please wait a minute while I go get my boss? Could you please wait a second while I look that information up? So if we're on the phone, if we're a customer service person, for example, that is a very common way to express it. Could you please wait time, a moment, while action, I do something. Great sort of structure you can use to be polite on the phone. Now, the other way to do this is, would you mind? Would you mind? But then when we use wait, we have to add the ing. We have to use a different form. Would you mind waiting? Would you mind waiting? And then the rest is the same. Waiting a few minutes or for a few minutes while I go get my boss. Would you mind waiting on hold? If we need to put someone on hold, would you mind waiting on hold while I go get my boss? Okay, those are all fine. So, could you please wait? Would you mind waiting? Now notice if we say, would you mind waiting? We don't have to use please, okay? It's okay if we don't use please there, okay? Now, what about hold on? Now, hold on is more often used in person, less on the phone, but we could use it. Often when we're on the phone, we'll just say, could you please hold? Or could you hold? Or would you mind holding? Okay, so we'll use hold by itself because that means if I'm a customer service person, I'm asking you to listen to some terrible music for a minute or two while I do something and you can't hear what I'm doing, right? In person, we'll say, please hold on a moment. I'm doing something, right? Please hold on just one moment. That's fine. That's totally fine. So just to be clear, it's more common to use hold on while I'm face-to-face and hold while I'm on the phone. Again, especially if you're related to customer service or working with customers. But if you say it on the phone, you're talking to a friend, you say, hold on a minute, and then you go do something, you stir your egg salad or whatever you're doing, I don't know what you're doing at your home. If you're in a more casual situation, saying hold on is perfectly fine, perfectly okay. Hold on, my baby's crying, I need to go feed my baby some egg salad. Or whatever babies eat egg salad, I don't know. You get the idea. So you can use it, but generally not for customer service English situations. Okay, now what about just hold by itself? Please hold. Would you mind holding? Could you please hold? So it's very similar to the wait one on the phone. Almost exactly the same, except we're putting the word hold in there, not hold on, hold in there instead of wait. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. Hold on, more common face-to-face, but also possible to use on the phone, especially if you're talking with friends. Hold by itself, more formal, and used exactly in the same way as wait. Usually it's hold if it's putting someone in that sort of waiting line where they have to listen to music, and wait if you're not doing that and it's maybe just a moment, a few seconds that they need to wait. Okay, so all of those are okay. You just have to be careful about the situation you're using it in? It's a good question. By the way, if you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my courses in the links in the description.